The Garden Route Rally, where the whole circus moves over to the beautiful Knysna area for 6 stages. They're going to be tight and technical. There's a lot to play for. The championship is at stake. To wrap up the year, we will bring you the action from KulumaTv.com as it happens from the beautiful Garden Route.
This is day 2 of the Knysna Rally, and it's all brought to you by KulumaTv.com.
This section of the forest, bit of water, looks kind of dangerous. Bump on the inside there. Hitting it. How fast are you going when you're going through there?
This was a very interesting section of road to watch. Simon and I, we were out of the rally at this stage, and we were standing on the banks right here, and we were watching. And the commitment of the drivers through here was really incredible. Very fast piece of road, very narrow. There were some small rivers running across the road because it had rained earlier. And there's absolutely no room for error, and the drivers are really on the limit, and it's really it's quite a special thing to watch these cars through the forest. The noise that they're making is really incredible. And another thing which surprised me, when you're driving the cars, you don't get to see all the spectators that are hiding in the bushes and the trees. And we walked a couple k's into this stage, and everywhere we went there were just people lining the forest, and you don't get to appreciate that when you're in the car because you're focusing so much on the road. You don't realize how many people are actually out there watching, and everyone that is watching is incredibly clued up about rally, and they know the drivers. I mean, here's some people, they're all the way from Finland, and they knew all the South African drivers. So it's quite impressive being around people that know about the sport, and to be out there watching the cars is really something special.
Rally big in Finland at all?
Well, it's their national sport, so that's what the guys do.
So we play rugby here, and they do rally there.
Exactly.
How do they handle all the ice conditions?
Well, that's why they've produced so many world champions. It's really a special place to go. They're absolutely mad about their motorsport, and that'll probably be one of our goals one day. An absolute honour to go and race there, or just to even go and watch a rally event there would be incredible.
Matthew's trying to figure out how to work a jack. He works in a tool shop, but he can't get the jack right.
Now this was an awesome hairpin bend. Guys going through here, giving it horns. As you can see, the machine's taking real strain there, beating off a piece of the bank.
You can see why these cars are so expensive, what they get put through and how they handle it. And for these cars to get to the end of the event with the abuse that the drivers put them through is really incredible. And the whole time they're driven to 100% of their capabilities.
This is Dean, one of the Ugandan camera guys who travels around the country filming rally, taking some real interest there in the GoPro camera.
There's our Clint's Pocket Rocket. That is an incredibly quick car, possibly the quickest 1600 that we've got in our class.
Drama in stage 8, Mark Cronier Championship hopeful came through behind Enzo Kuhn rally leader. It means he's lost 2 minutes somewhere between this morning and now. And Johnny Gemmell, who's the championship hopeful as well, he's come through very, very slowly. Looks like he has a mechanical problem. More later.
Ashley had a phenomenal year, did a bit of WRC events, and he always comes back, and he's possibly one of the most consistent 1600 drivers. He's always out there to win it, and he's a difficult competitor to beat.
Yeah, we're just taking it easy, make sure we get to the end. We had built a bit of a gap between ourselves and Megan.
As things stand, 1 stage to go in the Garden Route Rally. Hans Weiss from Holland is leading the rally in his BP Volkswagen. from Enzo Kun. From a championship point of view, Johnny Gemmell has just taken Mark Crenier. However, he's only made up 1 point. Johnny must win. That's not going to happen unless there's a total disaster in this stage. Mark looks like he is going to be champion with another 11, 12 odd kilometre stage to go. This is Dave from rallyworld.net for KulumaTv.com.
Do you find sometimes that you get debris and that caught in the grill of the car and it starts affecting the heat? What do? Do you pull over and fix it?
Well, basically you go into lip brakes. That's what we do. If there's something stuck in the grill, if you stop and try and get it out, there's nothing you can do. You've lost the rally.
That was Gugu Zulu's line, and that is where David is, only a few meters away, having got a dust shower.
Beach sand.
Also with the debris, it depends on how much further you got to go. If you've got 2 Ks to go and it starts overheating, just drive through to the end. But also when you've got a puncture, one puncture, I think it's better to drive it out the stage on that rim and then change it outside the stage. You don't lose as much time.
It depends where the puncture is. If you got a puncture on your front for the two-wheel drive cars, it's very easy to break your diff with a puncture because the wheel sizes are different. So it all depends on how far you are to the end of the stage, determines if you're going to stop or not.
Simon, that was an interesting analogy that you made with comparing the car to a what?
A moped.
A moped. Which is faster, your car or the moped?
I'd say the moped. We're running on 2 cylinders at the moment, so we've decided to call it a day. Rather save the car for next year, rebuild it properly and have all the wiring redone.
Your driver looks really miserable there.
He is, I think.
I am.
Is that due to the electrical fault?
Yeah, it's just frustrating. The whole year has been like this, so I think we've got to take the car back and build it properly and be ready for next year. So it was a good decision to jag it in and just make sure we have enough time to build a good car for next year.
And this is Dean, a Ugandan camera guy, catching a nap in between stages.
Tire tracks are cutting right, tire tracks. Cutting right over here.
Oh, look at that.
Rallying is not for sissies. These are the kind of road conditions competitors face up out of Knysna. They cut so close to the edge they even take out the caution arrows. So yeah, good luck to the guys in the rerun. That's scary shit. This is scary shit.
Stefanie, you've broken down, you've had a tough rally. Tell me a little bit about how this has happened.
It was a very tough rally and we battled with flat tyres. Yesterday we had 3 flat tyres and a misfire, and we thought today would be okay, but with the rough roads and everything we broke a back shock, so the handling was ridiculous, and so we took it a bit slow and now we broke a CV, so it was a really rough rally. So that's it for us for this rally.
Stage 11, the guys have got their minds on finishing the race. The guys seem to be slowing down. If you were in that position, what would you be thinking then?
It depends if we were leading or not, and how big our gap was. Because I know if we've got a 2-minute gap, manage the gap, keep it nice and steady. But if you've got the guy right on your tail, you've got to push and just make sure you don't make any mistakes. Craig, he was going very well, and he needed to finish second in this rally to claim this 1600 title. So he just at the end there, he started going a bit quicker.
The 2012 Garden Route Rally results are as follows. In third place, John Williams and Doug Williams. In second place, Enzo Kuhn and Guy Hodgson. And winning the event, Hans Weiss and Bjorn de Gant. Super 1600s, Craig Trott and Robbie Coetzee coming in third place. Clint Weston and Pierre Jordan in second. And taking this event, Ashley Haig-Smith and Craig Parry. Anthony is our chief motor technician. We spoke about this problem yesterday and today it happened. Why is the smile on your face?
This is a gremlin. I think they should fire the mechanic. Ish, I just can't get fired.
Why did you break it?
I didn't break it.
I believe you're looking for a new mechanic.
Yeah, to replace me.
Thanks to KulumaTV.
All the best for next year's racing,
Thank you
guys.
very much,
And what a season. Let's do it all again next year. See you again. Bye-bye.